This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Well. Sons of Italy. How you doing, sir? Mr. Pain Like Bane. Hope everything is well. My favorite New York Metropolitan fans. Co-Train, my favorite Boston Red Sox fan. Hope you're doing okay. Oliver Sutton. Hello, sir. Anyone else in here? Dan Perry. Mr. Good Vibes. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping back in. Pain like Bane, pain like Bane, pain like Bane. So we are in Long Island. Strong Island, as Matty Marinara would say. Or Matty Marinad. Dindo! What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. This is going to be a quick one. We're in Nassau County. I'm kind of by Westbury at the moment. Well, I'm in Westbury. And we're going to take the streets over to like the Seaford, Massapequa area. How about that? Quick one. Less than an hour. I know Maddie's scheduled to come up on 7 o'clock. I'll be done by 7 o'clock. So we can all go check out Maddie. Zoom in here a little bit. Okay. So this is Westbury, Nassau County, basically smack dab in the middle of Long Island. The middle of Nassau County, which Nassau County is the closest to Queens. We're going to be traveling a little further out east. Scotty Briggs, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Wow, look at this traffic. This is a doozy. So this, I guess they're redoing this train station here, the Westbury Long Island Railroad train station. Interesting. Oh, sun glare. Yikes. We'll be traveling east, so this sun won't be an issue for much longer once we kind of get out of this general vicinity. Yep, that's the railroad. Right there on the left, Long Island Railroad. So I guess this would be the Westbury station. Obviously, it looks like it's under construction here. Backside Union Avenue coming up to Merrick Road. Let's see if we got anyone else in here. That's right, Scott. That's right. They're third track. I know there was a huge backlash against that over by like Garden City and Mineola, but you are right. You're right, Scotty Briggs. That must be the that extra track that they're adding in. I'm sure you know the background on that, where they didn't want that in certain neighborhoods, especially like Garden City. Garden City, they don't want anything going on. Yeah, baby. Quickie with Skippy. That's right. That's how this is gonna roll. Yeah, so I haven't been over to that station by Mineola, but I know right by the old Winthrop Hospital. That's now NYU, First Street, right over there. I know that area very well. My daughter was born in that hospital. Mobland, how you doing, buddy? Oh, okay, yeah, no, I remember. Sorry, I remember it being a big deal where it was approved at first, and then they finally approved the extra. For those of you listening that don't know what Scotty and I are talking about, Long Island Railroad is the commuter rail that goes from Manhattan out here to the suburbs. It goes all the way out east to Montauk, I think. The figure on it, I think something stupid like 2 million people travel on it every day. It's the main course of travel, into New York City from the suburbs. So they had put together a plan to basically expand the tracks, to add an extra track the whole way through to allow for more train traffic, basically, like adding a lane on a highway. But if you think about it, that the tracks go all the way from Jamaica, Queens, Midtown Manhattan, basically, into Jamaica, Queens, Atlantic Avenue, Brooklyn, all the way out here, and they pass through all these towns, like you just saw. So when they proposed adding these tracks, they knew that they were going to have to expand the stations and cause a little bit of chaos around the tracks in each town. So the real uppity towns like Garden City, et al., they didn't want any part of it. But I guess, long story short, is it's now underway. And Mineola is a main hub. Mineola is just west of us. It's a main. The Long Island Railroad has a lot of different branches, so that's like a main hub where all the branches come through. But that's just a little background to that story. James Simmons from Ripley, Tennessee. Awesome, James. I was a few weeks back. I was in what town was I in? I was in the town with the big chemical plant over by Bristol, where Bristol. Well, we went up to dinner in Bristol, Virginia, but then I know Bristol extends down into Tennessee, and then I guess a little further south on that interstate, that next town, it's a small little town with a chemical plant. Forgot the name of it. Easton, maybe? No, not Easton. Something like that. But welcome, James. I love me some Tennessee. Just make sure I didn't miss anyone else in here. So have I, Sons of Italy. So have I. When I was married, that's how I know the area well, because I was in Mineola. So that's funny, Sons, because I'm born and raised in Marine Park, Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn boy, Southern Brooklyn, Marine Park, Sheepshead Bay, Coney Island, Gravesend, Bath Beach, all that, Midwood, all those areas that you and Stand Up talk about, Avenue O, all that up there. That's my stomping grounds. But when I got married, my ex's family is all from Mineola, so I had moved out to Mineola. I lived in Mineola for a few years. So that's funny. We kind of had a similar path. Maybe I'll end up over in South Dakota too. Claudio Perry. There he is. As good people get. How you doing, Claudio? That's funny, Sons of Italy. Because my entire family is still there in Marine Park. They refuse to leave. It's why when we get into these discussions with how New York City has changed, the turnover. I mean, you Sons of Italy, you're a perfect example of someone that might have left. And I think the popular consensus, which I think popular consensus is a bunch of bullcrap. There is no popular consensus. If you popular consensus takes in the lowest common denominator of thought. So, but anyway, popular consensus tells you that everyone left the city, everyone left Brooklyn, everyone left Queens, and not everyone has. Let's just say that. Yeah, we do in terms of geography, and yeah, I'm a Marine Park kid, and like I said, I've discussed it with my mother and my father, and all them, and they're not going anywhere. They're really not. Marine Park has held pretty pretty safe. Let's just say it's held pretty safe. It's changed religiously, if you want to say. Some of the folks up from Midwood in that area have come down into Marine Park, but it's held its ground. Let's just say. Gianni Catalano. There he is, Gianni. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the kind words in Mr. Bracco's chat the other day, or yesterday, or I don't know. My days are all running together. This morning was just complete chaos this morning. I had the craziest morning this morning. I'm still trying to unwind from this morning. Maybe I'll get into that. Okay, yeah. No, and that's it makes sense. I don't know if you heard Scott when I was live one day and I was talking to that guy from Long Island that I knew from Suffolk County, and he straight up told me like, "Oh, what do you mean? People that still live in Brooklyn, they're just stuck there. They can't afford to leave. What do you mean?" Nah, whatever. But I believe me, I've lived on Long Island. I've I've taken road trips a lot of different places. I've been to a lot of different cities, a lot of different towns. Um, I can understand not wanting to deal with this anymore. I can completely understand that. It's also, I think, why a lot of New Yorkers wear, we wear it on us like a badge almost. Like we act like we know that so many people left because they couldn't handle it, but yet we didn't. Not saying it's right or correct or we deserve to do so, but I feel like that's the nature of it. I've felt like a lot of the people, Long Island kind of sometimes has the reputation for having some arrogance to it, and it's true. Not everyone, not everyone. I've met some of the most wonderful people ever on Long Island, but there is a little bit of arrogance in the sense from some people that they feel like, well, you know, their families were able to leave the city. They now live in the suburbs. They weren't stuck having to stay in the city. So if you look hard enough, you can kind of almost see a little sense of looking down upon people that is still in Brooklyn and Queens. I noticed it. I definitely noticed it. Is Mr. Stiggs in here? Hello, Stiggs. I didn't see you come in, but if you came in, Tommy Stiggs, hope you're doing well. Is he in here? I hope I just don't see him. There he is. Mr. Stiggs, hope you're all right there, buddy. What did Sons have to say? I appreciate that, Sons. I usually, by the time you guys come on, I'm just a listener. I don't even get into the chat. I listen. I told it to Carlos when he was in here with the no-fly zone. Vinny. You guys could probably guess who I listen to, right? I'm listening. I'm there. I was never really too active in the chats to begin with. Like that really wasn't my thing. I'm more of just a listener. So I appreciate that, Sons. I really do. Maybe one night, maybe I will. I would love to. I don't think stand-up guy knows me from a hole in the wall. I could just imagine stand-up guys seeing me in there. Who's that just driving with New York? The hell are you driving over here? What was this? Driving New York? What are you driving? Who's driving? Where you driving? How you doing? I just Coach Train. I'm getting old, man, and my mornings are just getting crazier and crazier. I don't know, I quite honestly, I try to aim for midnight. That's a quite that's as honest as I can get. But usually by the time Suns is they come on at 8 o'clock, I'm listening, but I'm kind of like, you know, not in the engaging mood. Plus, my girlfriend works late. She works late. She gets home from the office late. So, it's quite honestly 8:30, 8:45 sometimes becomes, like dinner. Quick small dinner again, and then that's it. Yeah, Claudio Perry. I tell it to, the people that I support. If you don't see me in the chat, don't think anything about it. I'm around. As long as I'm doing these lives, I'm going to be around. I'm going to be around and, with my friends. So I do listen to you guys. No way. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Ayaz. Everyone in the chat, please say hello to Ayaz. Dear friend of mine. Ayaz, I am in Nassau County. I don't know what town I'm in. Maybe you can tell me. I have no friggin' clue. Just past La Bottega. So if you know where the other La Bottega is, not the one in Westbury, I just passed it. And I think you know where I'm going, bro. I think you know where I'm going. I'm going east. I'm not going home. So if you're around, come through. And I am always lurking in the shadows. Don't you forget that. Don't you forget. I'm like Carlos out there. I learned from Carlos after being designated the worst wrench in the history of YouTube. I figured I would have to kind of, pick up a few things here and there. So I decided to, learn from the goat, Mr. Carlos, because Carlos is like he's all knowing. He's omnipresent, as the Catholics like to say about Jesus or whatever. He's everywhere. He knows everything. It's unbelievable. You're not getting anything past friggin' Carlos. I'm all right. Same crap. You just passed the 7-Eleven. Well, I'm at the Apollo Diner. What town am I in, Ayaz? Where the hell am I? I'm just following. You know what I did? Just to kill a little time, because I only want to, I put it into the GPS from to where I want to go, but just taking the streets. So typically I would just get on the Wantor or the 135, but to be honest with you, Ayaz, I don't know where the hell I am. Maybe I should tell the people, right? That would probably be a good idea, right? East Meadow? Does that sound right, Ayaz? South portion of East Meadow? We'll go with that. Oh, you are? Cool. I'll see you then, buddy. I will see you there. Awesome. Thanks for popping in, man. I really appreciate it. Beginning of Merrick, yeah, Scotty could tell us too. My first girlfriend was from there. That's funny. Yeah, I had like a problem with dating girls from Long Island too. It made life difficult. And then I eventually married one. I'm so happy I'm with my wonderful girlfriend who's from Queens now. Like, just stick with the Queens girls. They're just better. Nothing against you Long Island girls. I hope Jen's not in here. Jen Tobin's gonna come in and start friggin' What do you mean you see me? What do you mean? Where are you? Where are you? You stalking me? East Meadow told this Southern State. Yeah, we're heading south. We're definitely heading south. Like I said, I just threw this into Google Maps and just put the avoid highways because I didn't want to get on the highway. So I don't know. I'm just blindly going. Not the best tour guide today, guys. Sorry, but we're in the suburbs, so who cares? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This one currently is personal. Usually work, Stiggs. Usually work. Usually always a work vehicle. My first like serious girlfriend was from West Babylon, which we've heard a lot about that place in this genre. I've actually asked around there if anyone knows anyone, and they don't. What's funny is that dude then came. He claims he then came in and was hanging out in southern Brooklyn, which is funny. Yeah, Long Island girls, man. Long Island girls are dangerous. Let me tell you. Yeah, all of a sudden, you're correct, sir. You are correct. One pinch that went down this morning. That's a very, 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 very interesting morning. And why I think it's very interesting. Well, let me wait a second. An indictment was unsealed this morning in Brooklyn federal court, alleging a couple of members of organized crime of running a um, offshore betting ring for the past 12 years. The feds allege it was run by the Lucchese crime family. In the indictment, the feds allege that one member of the family was running it, and then there were a bunch of associates to go along with it. Now, what's extremely interesting about this case, and what's funny, is that I saw King Rat himself, John Panisi, post something not too long ago after I noticed what I saw in the articles. There's a gentleman, the Eastern District of New York, the feds, when they unsealed the indictment, they also released a picture, like a surveillance picture from 2020, May of 2020. And it's a bunch of guys hanging out in a park. There's a couple of individuals in that picture that are currently free men. Now, in my humble opinion, if the feds are going to put out a picture like that on an indictment that only hemmed up one guy, and there's two other alleged individuals in that picture, they're saying something. They're telling you something. They're telling those two guys something. So I think that we're going to see a little bit of a spiral over the next couple of months or year coming from this, because to me that picture that they put out was a little bit of like a little bit of the feds wagging their finger in a couple of people's faces, saying like, "Hey, you weren't a part of this one, but we're watching you." The whole Panisi thing, if you want to call it, what I've always found fascinating with that is that he's saying things that the feds have not said yet, which, you know, that's just not the world that I come from, you know. But when I was a kid, I played basketball with his son, organized basketball, the league that my dad runs in Gravesend. I've got stories. Like not nothing like crazy, 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 but just like he was away when we were playing basketball. There was no mystery what he was away for. But this whole time, that's why what Panisi says has always caught my attention, because I know who that guy is. Like, he's an actual human being. And to have some guy on YouTube just straight up saying that he's X, Y, and Z, he's X, Y, and Z, he's X, Y, and Z. Like really? It's just a very odd situation, very, very strange. But today's indictment, like I said, is to me is strange because why put out a picture with him in it? Why? Probably this similar reason as to why this person would switch lanes getting right in front of me. I don't know. See, we figured it out now. It's because they were turning. Figure out why they put that picture out. Anyway, let's go back to talking about Long Island girls. But just keep an eye on that. I'm keeping an eye on it just for, personal reasons. I know. I know. It's still, just that video today. It's like, really, guy? I don't know. I don't know. It's awful. It really is. Let's see. Oh, wait. I hope I didn't just put someone in a timeout. Did I just put someone in a timeout? No, I didn't. You guys are funny. Okay, so we're approaching Sunrise Highway. I think I'm going to cross over Sunrise Highway and go all the way down to Merrick. Sunrise isn't too interesting. Merrick's got a little more character to it. Alrighty. Yeah, you still here? Where are we? Ayaz is obviously a Long Island guy. Okay. Oh, that's all right, Scott. Wait, a British guy with guns? How did that work? I'm only kidding, my friends from across the pond. I'm only friggin' kidding. Now we're gonna get all you Americans. You sleep with your guns. All right, so crossing over Sunrise Highway, we could have taken that out east, but we're gonna go down a little further south, down to Merrick, and we'll take Merrick in. What time is it? 6:30. If I go long, I shouldn't, but if I go long up to 7 o'clock, someone tell me, because I know Maddie's going at 7. Let's see. Let me see if I can give you guys a town. Let's see what town we're in here. Belmore. We're in the town of Belmore. Some wise guys down here. For show. Belmore. Is this Merrick? Yeah, this is Merrick. My purchase for $13 at Amazon was approved. Okay. I guess my daughter got something. It's nice, though. They give you the alerts, As soon as the card gets hit. The bad thing is I just assume it's my daughter, but it could be freaking Joe Schmo from Istanbul. So this is Merrick. Merrick Road, Nassau County, South Shore, heading east. Again, this is Belmore. What's after Belmore? Isn't there a town of Merrick down here? Yeah, I mean, Adama would get sausage. So I went to college on Long Island. I played baseball. Um, I'll just say where I went, whatever. I went to my first school that I went to play baseball at was at Malloy. And Malloy is known as a nursing school. It's got a very good nursing program. And it's funny because when the baseball coach would come to would recruit players, and when he came to recruit me, part of what he would use as his recruitment technique is he would whip out the stats of the school. You're gonna love this. It was a 9-to-1 woman to man ratio. So for every 9 women in the school, there was one man. That was Malloy College. 9-to-1. So you tell a dude that's looking to play baseball, gonna go live in a college house. There weren't dorms at the time. There's dorms now, but there weren't dorms at that time. So we lived in a house off campus in West Hempstead. 8 dudes in a house. You tell any 16, 17-year old kid, come to my college, come play baseball at my college. And in my college, for every 9 women, there's one man. Yeah. And hello from Madrid. Welcome. Thank you for joining. All right, old biker in front of us. What do we got here? The Nassau County chapter. I'm so bad at this. I wouldn't even know like where to look to see what the deal is. I don't know the bike life. I would love to really see. I wish someone had like a biker channel. Like I know there was someone in this genre that I think was going to do that, but I really don't know kind of like the ins and outs of the biker world as much as I don't know how secretive it is, if it's supposed to be secretive. I really don't know. Like as Tom Lavecchia would say, I'm no mobologist, but I really do know like kind of the inner workings of the of that stuff over there. But with the bikers, I am like just friggin' clueless. Really am clueless. It was funny too because the other day me and my buddy were driving out here on Long Island. I'm not clueless enough to know that I probably shouldn't hit him. That probably wouldn't be a good idea. We were out last week out on Long Island. We went to go get something to eat, and we were way out in Lindenhurst, I think. And we were driving back, and right off there on the right, as clear as day, there was a biker club. Like clear as day. It was just a nondescript building. Had the doors wide open, bunch of bikes out front, bunch of guys sitting out front, and it was clearly a biker club. I mean, I don't know. Like I'm just very. It seems like it's a very interesting world, but I don't know if it's like with the OC where like you're not supposed to know, but but you're not supposed to know, or if the bikers it's different where it's not meant to be secretive at all. I don't know. I don't know. Pain like Bane. I mean, there's a lot of different names we could come up with, right? The Black Widows Bike Club, every which way but Los. And co-train. Did you say your college was 11-to-1? Yeah, yeah. So probably definitely similar setup to what we had there. It was a huge nursing program. So and obviously like all the athletes kind of stuck together, and we stayed in the same classes, and all the like the softball team had a house, the volleyball team had a house. I mean, I met my ex-wife at the friggin' softball house in Monroe. Um, there was the lacrosse house. I didn't even know what lacrosse was until I got out to Long Island, and that's the God's honest truth. God's honest truth. I had no friggin' clue what lacrosse was. I got to Malloy. I was a Brooklyn kid. I'm from the suburbs. I got to Malloy. We get there, and all of a sudden, you have to learn all the politics, the schoolyard politics, or like the lobby politics or the classroom politics. I quickly found out that there was a huge rivalry between the lacrosse players and the baseball players. I understand it now, kind of, as lacrosse has developed a little bit more and I've matured. But at the ripe age of 18 years old, I had no clue what lacrosse was. There was no lacrosse in Brooklyn. We didn't play lacrosse in the city. Lacrosse was a rich kid sport, a Long Island sport. A friggin' Long Island was known to brew lacrosse players, and I think even up in Beantown, Coltrane, like in the wealthy areas of Boston too, like they were good lacrosse players. Even if you watch now, like the top teams, Duke, North Carolina, whatever, you see, oh, this kid's from friggin' Belmore, this kid's from Long Island. So I think a lot of the top lacrosse players still come from Long Island. I had no clue what it was until I got out here. I still think it's a stupid sport, but I understand it. Please subscribe to Claudio Perry. And yeah, at the end, dude, it was fun. Oh, okay. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, college was fun. I mean, college was fun. Groupies were fun. They were fun. And as if those of you that know the area, like Scott and them, Malloy, uh, again, did not have dorms. So Malloy itself didn't produce much of a nightlife and a party atmosphere unless we held parties at the houses, which we did all the time. So when we went out, like we went out as a baseball team, we went out together, we went out as a crew. We would intermingle with people from Adelphi University. Adelphi University was also our rival in baseball. So they were not only close, but they were our athletic rivals. Um, and also, we would go to the Hofstra bars, all those bars on Hempstead Turnpike by Hofstra. What were those, like Dizzy Lizards? And yeah, I forgot to point it out again. We just passed All American. I showed everyone when I was on the Endu. That's the place we passed. Um, that's right. But and is this to the bikers, the Endu? Is that to the bikers thing? I would like to learn more if that's what you're talking about. Like I don't I'm ignorant to it. I'm ignorant to the whole. But I feel like if you have a culture in organized crime, if you have an interest in organized crime and stuff like that, I would think it'd be pretty natural to want to know what's up with the bikers also. But I feel like it's got to be different though. No, I would think. Nunzio, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, bud? Yeah, no, that's like how it is out on the island. I'm me getting kind of a little bit involved with my nephew with the Little League Baseball. It's given me some faith in humanity because baseball is still alive and well. There was a lot of rumors that Little League Baseball was just dead and gone, and it's not. It's still an active activity that Little League Baseball in New York City is still alive and well. But the suburbs, yeah, lacrosse is big, real big. But typically a suburban sport though, right? Thank you, Brian. Same old crap, Nunzio. Same old crap. I had a very hectic morning. I was dealing with more issues at work. Um, I had the concrete guy to come through, but we didn't have the right concrete. So I had to go out. I got myself some fast setting stuff, and I got myself some stucco patch. And then my dad just showed up at my house this morning, like randomly, because he went to go get his car inspected. And the guy he just got his battery changed, and I guess it wouldn't pass inspection because the computer wouldn't reset because he didn't drive the car enough after. So he needed to just drive his car like 35 miles aimlessly, just drive it. So I guess he was just driving. He went from Brooklyn, he went into Queens. He pulled a BK skip, and all of a sudden he was just like, I was home. It was funny because co-train, so I was in Vinny's chat. I was home still, all of a sudden I'm looking outside. I'm like, is that my dad? Like, what the fuck is going on? So I hung out with him for a little bit. And then I finally left the house. I didn't leave the house until like friggin' I don't even know what time it was. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I left the friggin' I think it was 1 o'clock. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. It was just a busy day, busy, hectic day. Just always something going on, always something. And I understand that that's life, but to a certain extent, in my profession, I work for a company that can't just constantly mess things up. It's just not good for business. All right, guys, I understand. Like, you're all hanging out here, but can you get the hell out of the way? The sun's in my eyes. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Let me go over here. Brian Muhammad, you are the individual on here that has a high interest in the MTA, right? So you would know about that third rail. We were just talking about all that. That's what we were just talking about. That's what we were definitely just talking about because you could see the disaster that's going on over in Westbury. Sorry, guys, I'm just grabbing some cash out of the ATM because I'm gonna have to go get food and this ATM's not gonna work. I know it's not gonna work. It's already because it's telling me to take my card back already. It's not gonna work. Watch this. These friggin' Chase ATMs are so finicky. Why even ask me for my PIN? I know you're not gonna work. Watch this. I'm gonna say get cash, enter an amount. I know it's not gonna work. We're preparing your cash. No, please try again. Okay, I got it. Why? Let me go around. I don't think that's working, lady. Oh my god. Friggin' nothing's ever friggin' easy over here. Nothing's ever easy. Never easy. I hate not having cash. What the hell is going on with this parking lot? Why is it packed? All these people can't, yeah, they can't be in Chase. What am I missing? What am I missing here? Oy vey. I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know why how could that Chase parking lot be that freaking crowded? Is it working for that lady? I can't tell. This is like, yeah, see, all these people are coming from over here by the park. This is insane. I don't want to go in this handicap spot. I hate going in handicap spots because my father is handicapped. All right, guys behind me, watch out, watch out, watch out. Pay attention, guy. Hello, look up, look up. Get off the phone. This guy leaving. I'll take one of these guys' spots over here. Are you guys leaving? In the bank? Okay, okay, thank you. Yeah, I know where you are. You're in the fucking bank parking lot. Unbelievable. This guy in this S class is gonna behind me. Look how sick this S class is. You can go. I'm gonna go over here. I don't think that I don't think the ATM's working. Look at that S class. Look at that thing. The undo. That's it right there, baby. You can go if you want, man. Yeah, go ahead. Go to the ATM. Go ahead. Look at this. I'm just nonsense here, and you guys are still just hanging out, talking all nice. Yeah, now they're gonna hang out for a while. They're gonna have their friggin'. Come on, get your 5 Series out of there. Yeesh. Oh, Jersey. Jersey plates. What a shock. Huh, Stiggs? All right, guys. 2 minutes. I will be right back, and I'll say goodbye to you, all right? Hey, Shaolin, what's going on, man? How you doing, buddy? What's up, man? I'll be right back. I don't know if you can hear me. All right, I'm back, guys. I'm back. All righty. Guys, can you hear me? I was fast, no? White Widow. Ooh. I love me some White Widow. Yeah, Brian Muhammad, I saw that. So Keith Hernandez, right? Keith Hernandez is gonna be his voice is going to be on the 7 train now. I saw that. That's very cool. Really cool. I know they've done that before where they have um they'll have celebrity people kind of make announcements on the train and the whole 9 yards. But I saw that the Mets are going to have Keith Hernandez. Today I saw track workers putting cable for CBTC at Lefferts Boulevard. Brian, do you work for the MTA? Or are you just extremely interested in it? What's up, Challen? BK Skip. You know what's funny with you saying BK Skip? I was in Yo Ange, actually. She's going to this, she's at the San Gennaro Feast. Someone in her chat that's a completely different genre, right? Completely different genre. Someone in her chat named Classy. She's a wrench in her chat. I went in, I said hi, and they said, hi, BK Skip. And I was like, wait a second. How do you know I'm BK Skip? You know what I mean? And it's funny. I love that you guys still call me, BK Skip, just because, like, that's who I am, right? That's awesome. I think that's great. But it was like odd seeing it from in like a completely different community. I'm like, I don't what's up with that? How does she know that there's supposed to be a BK in front of that Skip? Because I took the BK off the name, so my name doesn't say That's so funny, man. I love it though. I love it. It's like, if you have a nickname and then you tell people a nickname and then people actually continue to call you that nickname, that means something. Octavia, hellos to you. How are you? You keep coming in late, Octavia. You keep coming in late. This is a quick trip with Skip. Quick trip, Octavia. Quick trip. But I hope you're doing okay. That sun is just brutal. I wish I could see. It would be wonderful I could see. My lantern. Yeesh. What a bad sun. But yeah, Octavia, I'm about to shut this thing down in just a minute or two. This is a quick one. We got some people coming on at 7 o'clock, so I wanted to kind of just sneak in here for a little bit of time and give you guys a little look at Nassau County, Long Island. We're on the South Shore now. Massapequa, or the Massapequas, because there's a few Massapequas. There's North Massapequa, there's Massapequa Park, there's East Massapequa. A lot of Massapequas. Let me pull over for a quick second. Let's check out the chat for a minute. Let's see. I feel like I have had that recently. Blue headband. You know what's funny? I think these things come around like obviously they like when you guys mention strains, I'm also seeing those strains at the same time. So it's funny because it's kind of like almost like, you know, just, you know, because I feel like that's when you guys are on something, I feel like it's been around. That one I've tried too. Adama, be nice. You do driveway and how much do you charge? Me? Do I do? What do you mean, Brian? Like Hempstead is like North Hempstead, South Hempstead. Uh, Let me just go up through here. I want to make sure you don't. Okay. I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone coming into the chat. I would feel very rude if I had missed someone coming in and I didn't say hello to them. But I think I got everyone in here. Yep, I think so. Our newest. So the company, we have pavers. So no, not asphalt. So no, what I was saying about my morning, that was my personal, my place. That's my issue I got going on at my place, me and my girlfriend. My job, for the job, we do stone pavers. Most of what we do is for inside interiors, stone, marble, countertops, granite, fireplaces, all stuff like that. Occasionally we'll do like a high-end backyard in the Hamptons out east where they put down those big stone pavers. Well, we don't do installation though. We only sell the material. So we'll sell material, but that's really the only material that we sell that would be used, say, on a driveway. People wouldn't necessarily put that on a driveway though, because it's more of that. When you see those really nice backyards out in LA that like overlook the mountains and they have those big slabs in the ground with like grass kind of around them. But my deal with the concrete and all that was just foundation in the house that needs to be fixed ASAP, because it's all stemmed from a clogged drain that caused a little bit of flooding up to the wall of the stucco. So now the stucco is all eroded on the bottom. Yes, like that type of stone. We call it ledger panel, where it's like that 3D effect. Most people use ours on fireplaces, but the same stuff you would do on like a barbecue, like around the fireplace, that kind of 3D action looking stone. You'll sometimes see them in restaurants, or like the exterior of stores or commercial exteriors or inside restaurants. There's that like almost that 3D looking tile. That we do a lot of that. It comes on a sheet. Yeah, yeah. You're always better off just going asphalt down on the driveway. I mean, the pavers are a very specialty item. It's more for warm climate. I mean, what we sells the best down in Florida, down in warm climates. Um, because in a warm climate, you absolutely need and want natural stone on the floor to keep cool. It keeps the room cool. So that's, you want that. You want the Florida, a typical Florida home is going to have all tile, all stone, all on the floor. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up now, right? Because I think we're approaching 7 o'clock. Perfect. So I don't know who else, but I'm pretty sure I saw Maddie had scheduled for a 7, so that's why I know I wanted to get off now. This was really the plan. Yeah, see, like that too. Gorilla Cookie. That's, yeah, all good stuff. All good stuff. Yeah, exactly, Brian. So that same type of stone, it's a like a, if you Google like ledger panels, stuff like that, usually what they're called. Eh, I sell mostly to people that use it as for fireplaces. We sell it as like a fireplace accent around the fireplace. It's obviously fire resistant and a good look around it. That too. Octavia. I'm sorry, Octavia. I feel bad. Every time you come in, I'm kicking you right out of the car. I feel bad. Yeah, Co-Train would see, I don't install. I'm not an installer. I have all the information on proper installation techniques and the proper sealing techniques and suitability. And is it porous? Is it going to crack? Is it slip resistant? All that. I can tell you all that. I can give you all that information. I can give you suggested installation techniques, but we are not responsible once you take it. So yeah, definitely when obviously dealing with a fireplace, um, make sure to do so, because the product that I sell, it's on a net. Co-Train would know it's on a sheet on a net. So the backside of it's plastic, really. You know what, Octavia? How about this? I'll spin around for you. Well, I have to kind of go around the block, but yeah, the sunset's actually behind us. It's setting. We're facing east. We're facing east. We're facing out towards you. We're facing out towards Europe right now. So the sun is actually setting behind us. Thanks, Ollie. You don't like my lectures? I figured you would like my lectures. Let me spin around the block for you. I'll show you just to give you a little, so you can see what it looks like heading back the other way. Let me go up this way. That way we can face west for a minute. Yeah, Brian, you can always email me. You could always email me. The email is in my description, bksiguys@gmail.com. bksiguys@gmail.com. You can always email me. But see, Octavia, I'm just going to go up to this corner here. I'll make a right, and then I'll be facing east. And then I'm going to shut down. Andrew Curry! Hey, man. Yeah, we're on Long Island. I'm just about to shut it down, though. We're in Massapequa. Andrew, make sure you have that bell, next to your notifications. Please make sure you have that bell clicked and then click all so you get all notifications. If that does not work, do the same thing I told Octavia. Unsubscribe from me and then resubscribe. And then when you resubscribe, make sure you hit that bell, and then click all. And then hopefully you should get notifications, because I feel so bad now, but I am going to shut it down. I don't want to go too long. But I feel terrible. But yeah, we're on Long Island, South Shore, Massapequa, the southeast corner of Nassau County, so to speak. Nice neighborhood. High-end homes. You're on the water. Yeah, Octavia, there's some birds flying by up ahead, but you can't really see too well. But we're kind of facing towards the west now, towards the sunset now. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand. Let me go. Let me pull over here for a second. Coach Rain, I am not an SI guy. You're right about that. I am not an SI guy. I'm not. I don't know SI from a hole in the wall. But it looks like the Bahamas. I wish I was in the friggin' Bahamas. Does it really look like the Bahamas? I mean, we're on the South Shore. We're on the South Shore. So, I mean, this is considered, we're basically right off the Atlantic Ocean. We're on an island. You're coming here in November. Octavia, when you come here, I'm going to come. I'm going to pick you up. We're going to do a trip with Skip. You know that, right? You're going to let me know where you are. I'm going to do a trip, and we're going to go pick up Octavia. Yeah, Andrew. Thank you. They just make sure you got that bell on, because I don't want you to miss. I feel bad. East Coast, right? What is that? They say the West is the best. What are they talking about? All right, guys. Chop, chop. That's it. I'm 2 minutes over time. Guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, even on this quick little trip to nowhere, basically. You guys all come, you hang out. Thank you again for the 500 subs. We hit 500. Boom! Okay, the sunset. Yes, yeah, it's a clear sky. We've had beautiful skies. We've had beautiful skies all summer, right? I feel like all summer, every night, like the sky has just been, it's a thing of beauty. It really is. It really is. Yeah, baby, we're picking up Octavia, Coach Rain. We're doing it. I think I have the best chat on YouTube. That's just my opinion. I think we have the best chat on YouTube. And thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Love you all. All right. Peace.